What's going on, everybody? I'm Riku. Welcome back to another video of Inazuma 11 Victory Road Worldwide Beta Test Demo. Leave your Inazuma mark on the world. It has been a year since I've said that. It feels good to be back, but not forever, because they are officially closing the Inazuma 11 Victory Road beta on Nintendo Switch, the last platform that we had it available on. If I were to click A right now, I wouldn't be able to play. If I was on Nintendo Switch, because I'm on the Nintendo Switch too! I'm joking. I haven't updated the game. I haven't updated the game, which means that I can freely play and show you, a last look at the beta, the demo, whatever you want to call it, before we say goodbye to it. At the moment of recording this, it's the 17th of... What month are we on? January, February, March, April, May, June. June. It is the 17th of June. We are a month and a day away from... Sorry, 2 months. Oh my god, dyslexia, sorry. We are 2 months and a day away from the early access for the full game. And we are 2 months and 5 days away from the full release of the game and the 16th anniversary of the series. This feels unreal. It honestly feels unreal that it's so close, yet so far. It's like 60-something days that we have left. It feels unreal that it's finally happening. So, before I get all sentimental and before I start yapping your ears out, I'm going to go over a little bit of what I've done in the beta, and then I'm going to go into a match I'll be playing at the same time that I'm talking, so excuse me if the gameplay isn't a 10 out of 10, but I just really hope that you, the viewer, are able to listen to me and just hear a story. That's what I'm really here to say. So first of all, I'm going to show you guys my teams. So this is the main team that I have on. It's a variation of one of the videos that I made. One of my, if not one, my most viewed video on this is the best team in Inazuma 11 Victory Road. I believe that has 17,000 views, and I can't express my gratitude towards every single person who has watched my content and has subscribed. The beta has been probably one of the best experiences that I have had with the series at a personal level, as well as in my little career as a content creator. I have learned so much about editing, thumbnails, just how YouTube works in general, thanks to the beta. And, I actually felt like the last couple of years were worth it, just to be able to play a silly little beta that they intended to be played for 30 hours at most. I've played it for 180 hours. So, I've played a little bit more than what they were expecting, but, it's Inazuma 11. Anyways, this is my team. We have Mark, we have Gold, we have Nathan, Hurley Kane, Jack Waldside, Heath Moore, Bellatrix, Beta, Axel Blaze, Shen, and Sean Frost. So the whole point of this team is to utilize Hillman's little, passive over here, where for the first half the team attack is plus however much it is. And thanks to the abilities of these players, it's like, in the first half or until you're hit or whatever, you have more attack. So the whole point is to keep attacking, and you'll be bulky for the first half, and then in the second half you just need to learn how to defend yourself. That's the whole point of this team, and as you can see, most of them are level 30, except for Xavier Foster over here. He's level 29. That doesn't really matter. I'm not really using him at the moment. So, yeah, this game exists 2 months away, and I'm genuinely very excited. Anyways, these are my other teams. As you can see, I have a few characters level 30 in this one, and then in this one, probably like 1 or 2 that are above 20. Most of my time has really just been spent, you know, learning how to play the game, getting everybody to Legendary Player, just enjoying it. I haven't really been trying to min-max everything. If you look at the shop on my little account that I have here, almost everything is sold out except for like the emblems, the boots, and the bracelets. I didn't really care that much about it because it's a beta. We're getting the full game in however much it was from there, so wasn't really that bothered about it, but I still enjoyed it to hell and back. So I'm just gonna get into a game, and I'm just going to tell you a little story, okay? If you may. So, for those of you who don't know, I have been an Inazuma 11 fan my entire life. I've grown up with it. I have seen the show in English, in Spanish mainly, and in Japanese. I have played the games in English and Spanish, and I haven't played them in Japanese because I don't know Japanese. So I'm just a little bit of an Inazuma 11 nerd, if you will. So as you can probably guess, most of my life has been spent waiting for a product. So my first game was Inazuma 11 2 for the Nintendo DS. I got that when I was very young, played through the story, absolutely loved it. And then from there I've gotten every single game. I also have Inazuma 11 1, but whilst growing up, I got every single game, if not on launch, at least on launch month. So yeah, first game was Inazuma 11 2 Blizzard, so the one with Sean Frost. And then I got Inazuma 11 3 Spark, which in Spanish is Rayo Celeste. Then I got Inazuma 11 Ghost Shadow, then Chrono Stone's Wildfire, and I would have gotten Supernova if it wasn't for the fact that it didn't come out. So once Go Chrono Stones came out, that was the last official Inazuma 11 game to come out. I think it came out in 2015 in Spain, Europe. Yeah, in Europe, basically. And haven't gotten anything there since. So just you know, just a little bit of waiting. It's been 10 years. I still remember quite fondly how pretty much a lot of Nintendo Directs were spent with the content creators of the time, primarily in Spanish, because that's what I consume, because I'm Spanish, saying, oh, we might get something this Nintendo Direct, and I'd always look forward to it. Did I just lose a 75.5? Okay. All of the Spanish content creators would be like, oh, we might get it this time, who knows? You know, just typical hype stuff. Nothing against them, obviously. But my poor little 10-year-old heart couldn't handle it anymore, I just wanted my game! So we never got Galaxy. I do remember it ranking amongst the most anticipated games of the Nintendo 3DS, so that was something. And then we just got nothing until we got nothing until 2017. And then in 2017 we got Inazuma 11 Oh, I just breached. Nice. In summer of 2017, that's when Inazuma 11 Aries got announced. And I think it was just like, you know, just little hype stuff, like little teasers at first. And then we got, you know, more stuff coming out, the anime as well as the games. I remember watching the anime as it was coming out. I used to watch it in the Buncho, one of the Spanish content creators. I would watch his streams of him watching it because I really liked his content at the time. I still do. But basically that's what would go on. I'd watch the episodes with him because he would actually be able to find them subbed in Spanish, because for some reason it was harder to find it subbed in English than it was subbed in Spanish. So for me at least. So I'd just watch it with him. Obviously just as a viewer. He didn't know that I was there. And then whilst watching the anime, we'd also see a glimpse of the game. That game, honest to God, looked both amazing and terrible. Like, looking back at it, it was amazing and terrible. It was some horrible cell shading that reminded me a lot of Yokai Watch 4, which for the time was pretty good, but nowadays is pretty bad, you know? So the good thing about that game was the animations and just all of the in-game cutscenes, etc. was just so gorgeous. Like, there wasn't an off frame whatsoever, to the point that a lot of people just didn't believe that that was coming out on Nintendo Switch. They genuinely thought that that game was not going to be on Nintendo Switch. So much so that it has been delayed onto the next console. It's coming out on Nintendo Switch, guys, don't worry. So yeah, I just can't explain how the wait for that one game, seeing the second season of Aries, which was the Seal of Orion, I believe it was called. We saw that come out, and everybody was like, oh, we might get both stories in a game, we might get, you know, the DLC of the second season, we might even get a third season once the season is over. You know, just stuff that we didn't know what was going on at the time. So once that was all done and dusted, we got radio silence, and then we had an April Fool's tweet that was like, fellas, we're changing the name of the game to Great Road. And we were like, huh? And they were like, yep, we're releasing it in 2023. And we were like, what? Oh my god, how naive we were. How naive we were. So everybody was like, oh, we're getting the game soon then. No, we're not. I'm still waiting for that game. What's it called? So whilst waiting for that game, they decided to once again change. I think it was a year of radio silence where they said, fellas, we're focusing on Yokai Watch. And then they were like, fellas, we're changing the name of the game again. This time to Victory Road. And we're changing the logo to clouds and lightning to symbolize the clear sky that comes under after the thunderstorm. which was just a nice metaphor for all the, you know, all the delays and stuff are finally at the clear sky, hopefully. Right now it's cloudy, but it's starting to clear up, if you know what I mean. So, the years go by and we're able to see parts of the game, and they completely overhaul the system of gameplay from the prior games. So we no longer have the technical points, which I felt was a standard of the series. I just thought that was like untouchable. That's like saying Pokemon can now do 6 moves instead of 4. That's not what you do. You don't change that. And they did, and I still don't know how to feel about it. I do believe that there is strategy in tension. I do believe that there's a lot of thought put into this, but I don't know. I don't know if it's something that has clicked with me just yet, because I haven't seen it in the full game, if you know what I mean. So, just because of that, I just don't know. Like, I feel good about it in the beta, but I think they're changing it. I think they're changing it in the final release of the game. So I might be mistaken, but like not like a complete change. I think they're changing it like just slightly. And we're also getting all of the you know, all the previous mechanics and stuff like that, which I'm honestly shocked about. I'm also shocked at the fact that they decided to just call it Kenshin, or Kenshin, whatever it was called, the avatars, as they say in the English sub, in every language. And then in English, they decided to call it Fighting Spirit, but in brackets, it was Kenshin. Like, that was like a recent controversy. Like, people did not want it to be called Kenshin. We wanted it to be called Fighting Spirits, Espíritu Guerrero. I don't know how to say it in French, but French one as well, because I'm not French. But we wanted that one as well. So they were silent for 2 weeks, I believe it was. 2 or 3 weeks. We were like, okay, we're not going to get a change. And then they updated everything and it was like, guys, we heard you. We heard you. We understand that this is what you want. We apologize. And they gave it to us. I'm actually very happy that they actually took the feedback. Because me, for example, I grew up calling it Fighting Spirit. I'm not gonna call it Kenshin now. So I was honestly going to put like a tweet or, you know, a YouTube community thing saying, I know that this is what they're calling it, but I'm gonna call it this way. Okay? So I'm glad that they changed it. And, you know, I can just call it Fighting Spirit without... Did this guy just invincible me? Okay, well that was a great way to finish that match. So yeah, it honestly feels so good to be able to have a say in how the game is shaped. Because that was the main motive behind the beta. So if the beta was the final game in 2023, or 2024, it was supposed to come out in 2023, and then they decided to delay the game and give us the beta. If this game came out in the state of the first beta, the rough thing that we got for the Nintendo Switch on the 28th of March 2024, the game would have flopped. I'm not just saying it as, you know, I've explained throughout this entire video, I'm a diehard Inazuma 11 fan. But even for me, I felt that despite the gameplay feeling very good, the rest of it did not feel good. The online was so bad to the point that in worldwide rank, I was facing people in bronze, which should not happen. I understand that it's probably because of a smaller sample size, etc, etc. Facing against Japanese players, you could not play that game. Like, within 2 seconds, they would have scored like 5 goals. I'm not kidding. So, you know, we just needed something to be done immediately. So, according to them, the game feel of the entire game has been carefully evaluated and restructured. So, what you're seeing right now isn't the final product of how the game is going to play. So, once the early access is up, I will make videos on what has changed from the beta. I will do a before you buy the game. I will be pumping out so much content of Inazuma 11 that I don't even know if my editor will be able to keep up. Like, to put it simple, I will be recording stuff for this game every day, just so that you can make a purchase that you are happy with. If I believe that the game is bad, I will tell you. Like, genuinely. Which I doubt the game will be bad, because I'm just going to pause this real quick. I have been playing this game, Fantasy Life, for 60 hours. This game is so good. It's my most played game on the Nintendo Switch too. More than Mario Kart. So, Fantasy Life is unironically such a good game. And they are trying to one-up themselves with Victory Road. And from what we've seen, it has potential. So, I personally believe that we're going to have a product that everybody will be happy with. Despite you not being an Inazuma 11 fan, despite you not being a competitive fan, there's something that will be in the game for you. So that's why they've added the whole create your avatar, create your own little town. That's the reason why they've created all of the different game modes, so that you can just focus on what you as a player want. And I think that once the game comes out, I really want to do an accessibility check on the game, because the lengths that Level 5 has gone through just to make the game as accessible to everyone as possible, because even if you're not good at the game, they've added a manager AI mode so that you can command the pre-made stuff, like formulaic stuff, in a sense, so that your team can play on auto, pretty much. And just in case you aren't that much of a competitive person, it'll help you out. They've also made skill trees so that each player can be playable. Like, genuinely, the amount of thought that has been put into the final release of the game is mesmerizing. So I'm honestly happy that this is where it's at, and it all comes from this beta. I really hope that that save does not make it into the final game, because if I was the opponent right now, I would have thrown the controller across the room. Another thing that was saved thanks to this beta was, what's it called? When you voted to concede, no, you couldn't even vote to concede. So, in the original, like, vanilla version of the beta, you could just close the game and go back in, and you would not get penalized, you would not lose your online points. So, they had to change that quick, and it took them, I think it was a month to fix that. I can't remember if it was a month or a couple. Did you just... Oh my god. That's the second time! It's been like 30 minutes. 30 in-game minutes, man. It took them like weeks upon weeks to fix that. So, I really hope that when they bring content out for the final version, because I know that they have issues with Nintendo when it comes to updating their products. I really hope that they're able to do it so that it's every platform gets it at the same time, because I think it's unfair if Steam gets a update and then Victory, like the Switch version or the Switch 2 version, which is where a lot of players are going to be, just don't, you know? Which reminds me, this beta got 2 million downloads, like total. It was 1 million on Switch, and then another million when they released it on multiple platforms. And they announced that at a official tournament that they held for the beta. So the fact that they were even able to carry out a tournament like that just shows the amount of interest that the player base has for, you know, just the game. Everybody is excited about it, and you know, it's just, I'm just happy to see it. I'm happy to see this game, like this Omega Assault right here. I am happy to see it. This pass, I'm happy to see it. I'm just glad that they didn't cancel it and just give up on it, because to be fair, it did feel like they were going to. So yeah, it honestly feels good to have this product, or this game, this experience, so close and yet so far away. Like, it genuinely feels like the past, what is it, 10 years of waiting? These past 10 years of waiting have been worth it. Because at the end of the day, you're getting a game with endless possibilities. The skill tree on each player is going to take so long to define what is meta and what isn't. What is your favorite character to use? You will be able to use them. Like, maybe not at like high competitive levels, but they make sure that every player is viable with the skill tree. So just because of that, I think that gives the game such a good look, because I just know for a fact that there's going to be like 3 marks. There are going to be like 2 Kevin Dragonflies, etc, etc. So I just know that being able to min-max the team the way that you want it, as well as allowing players to have every possible thing available to them, so summoning fighting spirits, Mixie Max, Armify, Souls, etc. It honestly feels so good and refreshing. It's something that old games already had, but with the old games it was also min-max, that if you weren't using the meta teams, you weren't winning. So in this game it definitely feels like we will be able to use the characters that we really want to use. So I'm just excited for it. I'm just so excited to see where the game is headed. And I will be there every single day, playing the game, hopefully making content every single day. That would be amazing. But when the full game comes out, I will not be... I wanted to post the story, but for the sakes of, I do not want people to get spoiled. I do not want to ruin somebody's journey with this game. I will not be posting gameplay of the playthrough of the story. The first 3 days, I will be doing the story. I'll be playing the story on my PC, because it's not coming out on Switch on early access. And I'll play the story, I'll see what's the best available stuff for everybody, etc, etc. And I will be pumping out so many videos of all of my findings for everybody, so that people can feel like they're making the right choices whilst they're playing the game, or the right choice in getting the game. So I'm honestly just very excited for this game, is what I'm trying to say. And, you know, I've told the story, I've yapped, just whilst playing 2 rounds of this, and I think that if you yourself, if you liked it, I'll be here in August, making content. I'll be here in September. I forgot what month comes after September. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I'll be here October. I'll be here November. I'll be here December. Every single day. At least playing the game. If not, every few days I will post a video. Either playing online, doing Chronicle mode, teaching what's the best way, what are the best players, etc, etc, etc. So, I know that I'm going to dedicate a lot of time to this game. Even if you dislike my type of content, or even if you want to, be a part of the journey, I'll still be here. They want the game to last 5 years at least. I will make it 10, and I'm joking. But I will make sure that at least for those 5 years that they are hoping that the game will last for and be, there for, I'll make sure that I am, just giving back, for me to show that I have waited 10 years for this. Those 5 years, I will 100% the game. Every single player that is able to get to the hero ranks, I'll make sure to unlock everything in the skill tree. I'll make sure that I will participate in as many tournaments, official and non-official, as possible. I will help make tier lists. I'll make sure that there is content for everyone, even if you aren't a competitive player, such as helping you to min-max the manager AI mode. If you are a competitive player, I will do research, I will work in collaborations with people in order to bring the best possible content that may or may not be tailored for you. I am going to put so much time of my life into this game. Not just for the viewers, not just for YouTube, but for myself. For me personally, Victory Road is a passion project, both as a game and as a content creator. I believe that just with the amount of content that this game has, that I will be able to, just give back to both Level 5 as well as the community. So, hopefully, everything goes well, and, I just want August to come by. I want to purchase the game. I've already bought it on Steam. I'm just waiting for the pre-orders to go up on Switch, and then eventually down the line I'll most likely try to purchase it for the Xbox and PlayStation. But for now, my main priorities will be Switch 2 and Steam, which shouldn't have that much of a difference when it comes to resolution, frame rate, etc. So I honestly just can't wait. I will explain everything in detail to every single viewer that decides to watch my videos, and I will appreciate everybody who watches, genuinely. So yeah, I think I'm going on a rant, and if I don't stop this now, I will go over for another half an hour. So I'm just gonna limit myself to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you so much for this year that I have grown my channel, this year that I've been able to play with people online, the people that I've been able to meet through this beta. Thank you so much for subscribing, for liking my videos, for commenting, even just checking out. Even if you watch 5 seconds of a video, I appreciate it. So I can't wait to play the full release. And from now until then, I will try to keep a schedule for both you, the viewer, as well as myself as the content creator, to be able to work on quality videos so that you can at least have something to look forward to in order for the release of the game. I have a couple videos planned, but they're still in the works and very early. So I won't say anything just yet, but I do have a couple of videos planned. That's where I'm going to leave it at. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked my TED Talk. If you want more, if you want to subscribe, that's up to you. It's just down there. If you wanna, you know, just a little tap. Big, make the small number go big if you want. I appreciate whoever is listening. I appreciate whoever's watching, and I'll see you all for the full release of Victory Road, which will be in exactly 2 months and 1 day. And I'm so glad that I didn't dyslexia that, because that would have looked very bad on me. Anyways, hope you have a lovely rest of your evenings, days, nights, whatever. And I'll see you all in the next one. Adios.